Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is 64-Bit Rick, and on today's video, I'm gonna build a medieval mansion, and things are gonna get a little weird. You might need some therapy by the end of this one. Alright, let's get to it. Before we get to the building, let me show you around my base of operations. As you can see, I've got shaders installed finally, and everything looks so much better. Shaders I'm using is the complimentary shaders Unbound. And here's my house from the last video. I fixed that tile on the roof. I don't know if anyone noticed, but there was one tile missing and it looked really annoying and it bothered me. Anyway, I moved my sheep and my chickens over here, so I had a little bit more room for growing trees. So I was doing really well gathering different resources. The one thing I couldn't get was wool. So I did what any other red-blooded Australian would do. I left home. Honey, I'll be right back. That's what I said. You know the story. You know how it goes. Dad, where are you going? It's all right, son. I'm just going to the shop to get some milk. See you soon, Dad. No worries, son. See you real soon. And that's what I've done. I've left home to get some milk, and I'm never going back. Actually, I go back quite often. I go between the bases, but that's going to ruin the story. So let's go with the whole I've never gone back. All right? I'm not a bad person. Look, I traveled for miles and miles and miles before I finally got out of the spruce forest. I found this beautiful clearing, and the first thing I see when I enter this clearing is sheep. There's sheep everywhere. So I quickly built myself a fence. I captured some of them, and then I got to work on my brand new base of operations. And that starts with our house. So in today's build, we are going back to Lex the Builder once again. And the tutorial was called How to Build a Medieval Mansion. As you can see, I have mapped out the area with wool that I've obtained from our newly found sheep. See, I've been living here for a few days by this stage. I built myself a bit of a platform with barrels that you can just see down the bottom there, full of goodies, and there's a lot of wool in there. What can I say? Anyway, we're using stripped spruce logs for the main pillars and a combination of stone brick blocks and stone blocks for the walls, and stripped oak logs for the front room, which will all make sense later on. And then we use spruce planks to fill in the floor. Mate, I need you to piss right off. There's an overhead view. You can quickly see how it's going to look with the floor in. Then we build the pillars and the walls. I think there's a total of 7 rooms or 8 rooms. I don't know, or something like that. But I'm gonna need a lot of scaffolding and a lot of dirt to get this done. It's very high up. So here you can see I'm stripping away all these spruce logs, and it's already looking like a pretty big house. By this stage, I'm wondering if I've made the right decision. This thing's kind of big. I did not expect it to be so big, but here we are. All of the stone brick walls were mixed with stone blocks to give that effect right there. Sometimes I mixed the blocks as I went. Other times I just laid down all the stone brick blocks and then added the stone in later. So far we've got a couple of rooms, the main big room and one small room to make an L shape, and this is the walls of the front room, which I think is a kitchen. I'm not really sure. I've been living in this thing for a little bit now, and I still haven't got anything more than a couple of stoves in there, so it could really be anything, but I think it's meant to be a kitchen. We're mixing in the oak logs with oak planks. Then when you strip the oak logs, you get this really nice effect. This right here, this is satisfying. And there's our front room all done. Time to put the roof on top. It's not really a roof, it's just the floor of the first floor, really, isn't it? Then we extend the large room just a little bit by making it longer on both of the short sides. We're building the pillar of the first floor here. Anyone new to the channel, this is not a tutorial. This video is just to show the steps of the tutorial. It is not a tutorial. If you want the tutorial, the link is in the description, which I highly recommend. Spoiler alert, it is a very good tutorial. I am very happy with this house and it's a very easy to follow tutorial, but more about that at the end of the video. I will give this tutorial a full review at the end of the video. So just like the front room on the ground floor, the second floor is made up of oak walls. There goes the roof of the first floor, or again, the floor of the second floor, whatever way you want to look at it. And there's a quick overhead view of the progress so far. Now at this point I'm wondering, what the hell is going on? Well, I know what the noise is, but I don't know exactly where it's coming from. But as I go down here, oh, not good. Not good at all. Oh, just bad. I tell you what, that clave saved my life. If I was using a normal sword, I'd be done for right there. This creep is going to put a bloody great big hole in my floor. After laying down a stack of torches, so that won't happen again, I get back to work, and this time I'm on the second floor. For the second and final floor, we're using a mix of oak planks and stripped oak logs. With all the walls complete, it's time to work on the entrance. So for the front, we're just using stone brick stairs, some oak logs sideways, and we're going to fill the rest in with spruce planks. Alright, if we want to get into the house, we're going to need a door, or in this case a door frame. So we're going to knock out part of the wall. We're going to add 2 stone brick stairs to create a nice arc. And then in the back we're going to use dark oak trapdoors to fill in the back of the door frame. And finally, 1 dark oak door in the middle. From there, we're going to make a small frame to go around the entrance, starting with spruce logs on both sides and 1 in the middle. We will strip those logs, then connect them up at the top. Finish the corners off with spruce stairs and spruce trapdoors. Then we fill in around the frame with the stone brick blocks. We put a couple of pots in the corners with 2 dead trees and some spruce leaves to go on top. We've got ourselves a couple of nice pot plants. Then some torches on top of those, and we now have ourselves an entrance. Very nice entrance. Polished andesite for the top. Some spruce logs with some spruce planks on top, then some lecterns in between, followed by spruce trapdoors on top, and we've got ourselves a nice little balcony. So for the entrance to the balcony, we're just using a couple of oak stairs, some dark oak trapdoors, and a couple of dark oak doors. Then on to windows. So many bloody windows. Nothing special about these ones. Knock a bit of wood out of the wall, fill it up with glass panes, and you've got yourself some windows. They look pretty good though. Moving to the inside now, we're going to use some oak logs right next to the door, some spruce stairs at the top, which fills it all in quite nicely. Now we need some big windows on the main room downstairs. We're going to use a combination of full glass and glass panes to get this effect. Then we have 2 archways which leads into the second room of the ground floor, which will be my bedroom. I can't be bothered walking up and down stairs often, so this is my future bedroom. And you can't have a bedroom without a couple of windows. So there we go. Moving on to knocking out some of the wall to make another archway into the front room, which is the room I was referring to earlier, which is going to be the kitchen. From the outside of that room, I'm making a planter here with a window using mud instead of dirt. I just feel it gives it a better contrast against the oak trapdoors, and some spruce slabs to go on top. Here's the view from the inside, looking pretty good. Alright, we're digging out some of the roof here so we can build a staircase down from the ground floor to the first floor. Easy peasy, nothing special about this staircase. It's pretty basic. Then this is going to be all held up by this flimsy little fence post. Yep, that'll do it. This is Minecraft. Welcome to Minecraft. And that completes our staircase. Nothing too fancy at this stage. We will work on it all. And we want to build one from the first floor to the second floor as well. We add some windows to the main room in the first floor. That should be a dining room, I guess. I don't know. We'll think of something to do with it in the future. We're back on the first floor now. This will be my enchanting room. And we make ourselves a nice little archway with oak stairs and trapdoors. Easy peasy. It's time to build a tower now. So we're just using stone bricks until we get to the top. We add an upside down stair and a dark oak door, as well as a ladder going up the side to get us to the top. And we'll build ourselves a very quick and easy roof, starting with cobblestone stairs and using oak fence all the way around. A few more oak fence for the pillars, I guess they are, small pillars. Dark oak slabs on the top, followed by dark oak stairs, and we get something looking like this. Here's our progress so far. Back up to the top of the tower, we're using deep slate tiled blocks and deep slate tiled walls coming together in the middle, and finally 2 deep slate tiled blocks followed by a wall, followed by 2 spruce fences to complete the tower. Now it's time to build a chimney. Much like the tower design, the chimney design is very similar. Instead of using 3 blocks wide, we're only going to use 2. Just like the tower, when we get to the top, we're going to use upside down cobblestone stairs. We're going to fill up the inside with campfires. Then on top of the cobblestone stairs, we're going to put 1 cobblestone wall and then cobblestone slabs on top of that. Back inside at the bottom of the chimney, we lay down 2 campfires. Then we put 4 smokers on top of that, a couple of upside down stairs, and it gives the illusion that someone has left the stoves on. One might want to look at that, like stat. Alright, it's time to make an extension to that room here. So we're doing it with stone brick blocks for the wall, and we're going to extend the floor out just a touch. Then we're going to build up the stone brick to level with the roof, then lay down some cobblestone upside down stairs, just like we did with the tower. Then back inside, we're going to dig out enough space for a window and fill it with iron bars. So we've made ourselves kind of a little jail cell, even though it's just an extension for the room. Kind of weird, kind of cool. Moving on to the roof, we're going to use dark oak stairs and dark oak planks to make the frame. With the frame complete, we are going to make our way all the way around the bottom of the roof with the dark oak stairs. Then we move on to deep slate tiled stairs and deep slate tile blocks. And we're also going to be mixing in some deep slate bricks. Finish it off at the very top, and the roof of the main room is done. Simple as that. Just filling in the ends now from the inside. We're going to be using stripped oak logs as well as some spruce fences just to fill in the middle there, which gives us this result right here. Alright, let's head downstairs and see how we're looking. Oh, you'll have to excuse me. These guys are not welcome, mate. Piss off. And here's our progress so far. There's our brand new roof. Now let's go put some holes in it. Time to build a couple of dormers here. We're going to be using stripped dark oak logs with upside down stairs from the inside, so we've got something to build onto. Then for the roof, we're going to be using spruce stairs as well as deep slate tiled stairs, and we're going to be joining that up with the roof. Then on the inside, we're going to fill all this area in with spruce fences, then finish off the roof with a spruce slab and some deep slate tiled slabs. I'm just minding my own business. I come upstairs and this happens. Unreal. More torches. I need more torches. Back on the roof, we're using some dark oak logs. On top of those, we are going to put some deep slate walls. And on top of those, we're going to put some dark oak fence. Then finally, we're going to put dark oak fence gates between all of the deep slate. And here's a look at the final roof. Alright, back onto the balcony. First we'll build up with fences on all three corners of the balcony. On top of those we're going to lay down some dark oak stairs. Then we're going to lay down dark oak trapdoors along the edge. And we're going to fill in the middle with dark oak planks. Finish it off with lanterns on the inside, and that is the balcony done. Here's a great shot first thing in the morning with the sun peeking through the spruce forest. Alright, not far away from becoming new owners of this mansion. We've just got to knock out a few windows in this front wall here. 5 windows to be precise. Much like we did before, we knock out some holes, add some mud, put in some planters, and we are done. Let's take a look at the final result. Here is our build all finished. So let's go have a look inside. I still have not put any kind of furniture in. This is my storage. There's my makeshift bedroom. Obviously, nothing is finished. Like I said, this front room will be a kitchen, but yeah, it isn't one yet. I will get to it. I will get to it. Here's our little balcony. Here's our larger balcony. This is obviously the first floor. I put some chandeliers in there, a very small enchanting area. I did put it to one side because I was going to use the other side for something else, but I forgot what it was. So now I've got a lopsided enchantment room, which is really annoying. Let's go up to the second floor now. This is all my nether storage because there is my nether portal. I've got my diamond armor. That's because I'm wearing my gold armor. I swap it over before I go to the nether. Let's go to the top of the balcony now, and I got some mushrooms growing. I don't know how that happened. Is that normal for mushrooms to just grow naturally on stone brick? That's weird, right? I didn't put them there. They just grew. So yeah, I'm kind of confused by that. Look at that nighttime light just shining through from the back. Beautiful. So let's give this bad boy a ranking. Overall design, I've given this a 9 out of 10. I don't see how you could give it anything lower. It is a beautiful design from top to bottom. For a difficulty, I've given it a 7 out of 10. There was quite a lot of messing around with scaffolding for this. It's a very tall build, therefore it was a bit tricky from time to time, so I've given it a 7 out of 10. Practicality, I've given 8 out of 10 blocks. I found this, well, I'm living in this build right now, and I've been here about a month. I built this about a month ago, and I find it very practical for many reasons. It's large enough to store a huge amount of goodies in. If you build this, I think you'll enjoy living in it. Adaptability, I've given 7 out of 10. I think it would be quite difficult to extend this. Obviously, it's very easy to adapt into other colors to get a different feel, but I think it would be quite hard to, adapt it into a larger build or a smaller build. It would be a bit tricky. I had a lot of fun with this one. Again, just like Lex the Builder's last tutorial, I really enjoyed building this one. A lot of fun from start to finish. Top marks, loved it. And finally, overall score, I've given this an 8 out of 10. When I've added up all those scores together, I think it came to 39 out of 40, rounded up one. and we've got 8 out of 10 blocks. I think you will really enjoy building this. I highly recommend anything on Lex the Builder's channel. He's got a ton of great medieval builds, really easy to follow tutorials. Highly recommend checking him out at Lex the Builder on YouTube. I really enjoyed building this house and making this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you are indeed a legend. See ya!